Hello and welcome to this training video on setting up and performing a transponder autotest using the AVX-10K flight line test set from VIAVI Solutions. In this video, we will be discussing the settings and procedures for transponder auto testing using the AVX-10K. We will also go over saving and reviewing test results. After turning on your test set, open the transponder ribbon and select the transponder auto application. Before we start our testing, let's go over a few test setup parameters. The first step is to define the method of RF connection to the transponder you will be testing. Press the RF port button to set the connection type. These are antenna, which uses the over-the-air flat panel antenna, direct connect, and direct connect with coupler. Next, we will look at how mode S addresses work with the AVX-10K. The AVX-10K can automatically determine the mode S address of the transponder under test. In the auto condition, the AVX-10K sends out an all call. The transponder responds with its mode S address and is shown to the operator. The AVX-10K will also use the UUT address to save test results by including this information in the name of the test result file. This helps technicians look up and manage reports by aircraft. To set the AVX-10K to automatically detect the mode S address, select the UUT address button. In the pop-up, click the UUT address mode button and then select Auto. Sometimes it is necessary to manually enter the mode S address. For example, this could be when the AVX-10K is near other aircraft with their transponders energized. To manually enter the mode S address, select the UUT address option. Select Manual in the resulting pop-up. To change the mode S address value, click on UUT address and enter the values using the on-screen keyboard. Depending on the connection method chosen, there are a variety of coupler and cable loss, cable length and antenna gain values that will need to be entered. See our video on general preferences for more information on these settings. Loss values can be found on labels applied to the couplers, cables, and flat panel antenna. Don't worry if you don't have a cable loss value. The AVX-10K will generate a loss value based on the length of the cable that you enter. The diversity test setting tells the AVX-10K that the UUT has dual channels and will test both bottom and top connection points. The diversity test setting has only two options: off or on. Diversity off is selected when testing a single channel transponder antenna, usually installed on the bottom of an aircraft. Diversity on is selected when testing a dual-channel transponder with antennas installed on the top and bottom of the aircraft being tested. When performing diversity testing, it is recommended to cover the antenna not under test with a coupler. Look for the change in the screen where the top ANT tab will toggle on with the diversity test setting. The next preference users will want to address is the Check All UUT Capability option. In the Yes condition, the test set performs tests based upon the transponder's reported capability. In the No condition, the test set performs all possible tests for any transponder regardless of the transponder's reported capability. To turn off or on the Check All UUT Capability setting, first, open the Advanced Settings section. Then press the Check All UUT Capability button and select your preference of Yes or No. The final standard setting is the Verify Unit Setup Configuration. Verify Unit Setup Configuration turns on or off the setup confirmation message that appears when selecting the Run Test button. In this window, you can confirm all of the setup parameters before initiating the test. This prevents stopping and restarting the test by providing a final chance to verify your setup parameters are correct. It also prevents test failures due to improper setup before initiating a test. To turn off or on the Verify Configuration setting, first, open the Advanced Settings section. Then press the Verify Unit Setup Configuration button and select your preference of Yes or No. For us to be able to test the aircraft's transponder, the aircraft must be set up in the airborne condition. Once that is done, press the Test Configuration button to select the transponder type to be tested. The screen will update with a list of all the transponder tests available. For 2-year, 91-413 transponder certification testing, select the FAR Part 43 test configuration. This accommodates all requirements necessary for certification. The generic Mode S test includes all FAR Part 43, Appendix F, test requirements, plus additional decoding and test requirements such as enhanced and elementary surveillance. Use generic Mode S if you are unsure of the transponder class you will be testing. The generic Mode S test is identical to the test in the IFR 6000 and may be identified as the selection in many existing procedures. The test set can also perform many other tests based on the class of transponder selected. Now it's time to run the Transponder Autotest. Press Run in the lower right corner to initiate the test. The progress will be shown in the upper right-hand corner as % complete during the test. Upon completion, the AVX-10K will indicate pass or fail, depending on the results of the tests performed. Once the test is complete, you can review the results of each test performed by scrolling down and pressing the arrows on the right-hand side of individual test ribbons. To perform a partial test, open the ribbon of the test or tests you want to perform. Now select or tick the Loop Expanded Tests option. The Loop Expanded Tests will loop on all open ribbons, and it will show the user, below the Run button, which ribbons are open. Press Run to initiate the testing. Once the test is complete, you can save your results by selecting Save Data. The test name is automatically generated by the AVX-10K using Mode S info, and includes the tail number, date, and time. However, any unique name can be chosen. From the completed test results page, click the Save Data button in the lower right-hand corner. And confirm the save process by pressing the Save button. Depending on your system setting preferences, the results will be stored locally, to a USB drive, or to both. See our video on system settings for more information. To change the name of your report, press the Test Name button and use the on-screen keyboard to edit the file name to your needs. Finally, press Save to save the test results to the unit. After a transponder test is run, there are two buttons added to the soft keys in the lower left corner of the screen. Test Parametrics in Transponder Config Check. The data displayed after pressing the Test Parametrics button includes the test limits for power, frequency, and mean trigger level, as well as the level of the transponder under test. These limits are defined by the test type selected. By clicking on the Transponder Config Check button, you can view settings that the transponder is reporting, including UUT address, tail number, and emitter category. These are important items to verify after new installations. Test results are stored in the file browser in the Reports folder. To access the Reports folder, head to the System ribbon and select File Browser, and look for the Reports folder. Test results stored in the Reports folder are organized in folders that are titled by the test type. Look for the XPDR_auto folder for all of your Transponder Autotest results. Choose the HTML version of your test to view the test results on the AVX-10K. You can transfer the files to a thumb drive or send them to StrataSync for later review. For more information managing files, see our video on the user interface and using StrataSync with your AVX-10K. Another method of accessing reports is via the pull-down system tray at the top of the screen. This has the advantage of automatically filtering out the HTML files for easier access. Viewing test results on the test set is easy. When viewing results on the AVX-10K screen, click the HTML version of the test you want to view. All tests, whether they have been run or not, are listed in this report. Users will need to scroll to the section relative to their search. The HTML version of the test file is the one that users will be most interested in. Other files in the folder are for the StrataSync system and can be ignored.